Hello everyone, so this is a very simple video where I'll try to explain how the AI systems are changing or have already changed from basic chatbots to now AI agents. 2025 has been all about AI agents and they are everywhere. But what exactly means when we say AI agent? What's the technology behind it? Most of the AI chatbots, so from 2018 till 2024 last year, most AI products were just AI chatbots wearing different clothes. So for example, they could answer a question, they could summarize a text, they could following a simple prompt template and staying inside just one conversation tone. That's the entire concept of a chatbot, or what we say chat flow. Now what has changed is, and what the limitations were there in that kind of system, there was no long form contextual memory in it. Then there was no decision making, there was no looping inside that. There was also no kind of tool usage. The LLMs were not efficient enough, they did not have that kind of power to execute tasks on their behalf. So in short, we can say that in simple chat flows, in those linear chat flows, they were basic. These where an input was coming in, and then it was static enough, and then an output was going from. And those kind of chat flows did not have that kind of dynamic agent flow. They did not have that kind of decision making. They did not have that kind of adaptive learning capabilities or strategic capabilities that it could perform tasks on your behalf. This was the core need for creating AI agents. So I wanted to take a step forward and visually explain what's the difference between chatbot and an agent. And I got this creative analogy, which thanks to Google's VO3 technology, I was able to create one. So on your left, you are seeing a straight path. It's a basic road, minimal information. You're just going from one point to another. It's just one flow of input. That's how we can call it. And this is how we would say it's linear flow, chatbot, chat flow, whatever this technology is. Now, on the other hand, we are seeing a complex city structure which is loaded with information. There is an entire map with tons of roads and branches and loops going around. And on the center of it, we are seeing, like, you can consider this as a big AI navigation center that is the brain of it, that is making all the decisions, and it is strategizing all the next steps, all the complex workflows. Now this tower, let's say, it has all the access to the entire city structure, and it can access all of it, and then based on the use case it can just access any information or any specific part, and then using all the strategizing and decision making and tool usage information, it is then navigating through this complex structure. This is and it's learning on the go. So this is how we can imagine this as an AI agent or an adaptive decision making agent flow. So now coming towards the practicality side of it, how we can actually implement chat flows and agent flows within our organizations. So luckily in Answer Agent, we have both the options available. We can create our basic chatbots, chat flows, whatever you want to say it, and we can also create our AI agents that are dynamic and adaptive in learning. So we have this entire documentation available. We learn about all the details of what options we have under the chat flows, how we can create one, and then on the other hand, we have also the option to create detailed agent flows that are able to process multiple looping, iteration, different complex routing structures, chaining mechanisms, and all of that. But I want to keep it very simple. So let's say I am in Answer Agent, and from the chat flows, I've created this basic one. So how I've created it from the simple drag and drop. I got an LLM node, which is it's very easy to add one. I got this LLM chain. Then I connected a basic OpenAI chat model, which is, again, since it is built on flowise, it's very simple to connect. And then for the chat prompt template, I gave it simple instruction like you have. I for the simplicity, this is like a translator chat flow. Now again, this is one simple linear flow of information. You are giving text in one language, you are getting it converted it in the other. So this would be considered as a basic chatbot, not an agent at the moment. So let's say if we test it right now, and I ask it to, and I've already hard coded it that translate this specific input language into French. So if I ask this, like, translate this text, it would give me the translated version in French. So that's how a simple chatbot is. Now, good examples of this would be any social media caption generator. You are giving in a transcript, it is then processing that transcript and then simply giving you a caption out of it. Another good example would be an email writer, summarizer. So these are all examples of basic chatbots, chat flows. Let's see what agent flows can do. All right. So to explain the difference between agent flows and chat flows, I think this would serve the purpose. So to create any agent flow, I can simply go to agent flows. Under this one, I can, let me just walk you through. So we can go in, we can add a new one, or you can through your own prompt, you can generate one by describing what you want in your agent, and you can select a model, or else you can simply select all the different options available here, whatever your use case is and whatever your plan is how to build the agent. For my use case, I wanted to create a caption writer with sort of like research capabilities, so I can explain the difference that it is dynamically using the tools, other than just you like processing a textual information. So that is why I am using a start node. Then I have provided it a tool, and for doing the research, I have simply connected it to Excel, which is one of the best options available for all of the detailed research that's very API. So I prefer Excel for that one. Then I am simply passing in the tools input arguments. For my major input is simply this variable refers to whatever the user is asking. For example, I can pass in any topic or any specific information that I need to get my research on. The next thing is a basic LLM node. So from here, I can simply, yeah, so this is just like to provide it, user provided inputs and generate responses. I am giving it one LLM node, and in this one, I am passing it. So again, I selected a model and I'm passing it basic, very simple prompt like create a LinkedIn post about whatever the information was or whatever the research was done through the last 2 days. And then this is going to give me the final caption for this agent flow. So what I can do is that once I have connected all of these nodes, I can from this option I can validate the flow. So it checks like all information is provided accurately, there are no issues, and then I can search it. I want to clear the history first. Let's start with a new one. So I would say maybe the topic should be AI agents for small business. And now this was the topic. It should start off the information from researching on this thing. And after it gets the information from this tool about the detailed research, it should then go on and create a caption out of it. So yeah, so I can even show you how what I got from the research, all of this information from the tool output, and then finally what was the input on this study. So see how it has provided us all of the detailed caption based on the research done, and I'm also getting some links in it. So I think this pretty much explains how agent flow is powerful enough from any simple chatbot and how we can create one. And I'm definitely gonna share more use cases in the coming video. So stay tuned. I think my final take on this would be that like we all know that agents are incredibly powerful, and we can do tons of amazing stuff with these. But honestly, I would not just switch to agent flows just because they are in hype and they can do lots of stuff. For my own use cases, I would still prefer chat flows or simple chatbot for most of the stuff. Like if you are using like if any of your use cases are related to simple tech transformation, like the steps never change. You want speed plus low cost. You just need an output from a basic input. You need sort of like predictable behavior, and your overall use case is just about rewrite summaries and translations. Then it's I think chatbots are good enough for it. But when we are talking about agent flows, it all comes down to again your use case. But what I feel is the best reason for using any of the agent flows would be where you need something like the AI must figure out the step, or you want you need research decisions, or there's branching involved, or you want most like tool usage. There is you want to call different APIs, or there are lots of loops or revisions. Then you need an agent. So it's not about replacing chat flows. It's about choosing the right architecture for the right problem, and that's what you need to identify.